In this video lesson, we will begin to learn how to solve logarithmic equations. There's a pretty wide variety of equations involving logarithms, some easy, but some very difficult. In this video, we will begin to learn from the easier types of equations. So first, an important trick that is very helpful in solving logarithmic equations. Consider log of base 10 of 100 is equal to 2. We know this is true because 10 squared is equal to 100. Or also you could plug this into your calculator, log of 100, and it would tell you 2. Now here's the important part. So we have log base 10, and the exponent is also base 10. Then the only difference is which side of the equation we have 100 on and which side we have the 2 on. And this is how I remember what to do. We start at the 10 and we draw a circle around through the 2 and then back to the 100. And that tells us that 10 squared equals 100. So let me show you why this can be useful. Let's say we have the equation log of x equals 3. And by log we mean base 10, of course. So we do the circle, 10 through the 3 to the x. So 10 cubed equals x. And that's the order we go in. Well, that means that x equals to 1,000, because 10 times 10 times 10 is just 1,000. So here we have solved our first logarithmic equation. And remember, you just go in a circle counterclockwise. Alright, let's look at a next example. Let's say we have log of 2x plus 3 equals log of 4x plus 1. So in this case, we have one logarithm on each side of the equation, and each of these logs has the same base. So we actually only care about the expressions inside of the logs. So the 2x plus 3 and the 4x plus 1, they must be equal for the logarithms on both sides to be equal. So if you have logs on both sides, we can just ignore them and then solve the, in this case, linear equation below. So 2x plus 3 equals 4x plus 1. If we just solve this the usual way that we would solve linear equations, we simplify and we get 2 equals 2x. And then we just divide by 2 on both sides and we get x equals 1. So our answer is x equals 1. But it's also important that when you have logarithmic equations, it's usually important to check your answer. So we're just going to plug in 1 again, just to make sure everything's good. So I get log of 2 times 1 plus 3, and log of 4 times 1 plus 1. Alright, well 2 times 1 is 2, and then plus 3 is 5. And on the other side, we have 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So log of 5 equals log of 5. That looks right. So x equals 1 is indeed a solution. In this next example, I'll show why it's important to check, and why sometimes the solution doesn't work. Let's say we have the natural log of 2x minus 1 is equal to the natural log of 5x plus 2. Alright, so we have the same logs on both sides. They're both natural logs. So all we care about are the linear terms inside of the logarithms. The 2x minus 1, which I've circled, has to be equal to the 5x plus 2, which I've circled. Alright, and we just solve this the same way as any linear equation. If you don't know how to do that, then you can look at some other video lectures. But at this point, it's just moving all the x's to one side, moving all the numbers to the other side. We simplify, we get on one hand negative 3, and on the other 3x. So we divide by 3 on both sides, and of course x equals negative 1. Alright, so the answer seems to be -1. And I'll write it here in the corner. Now let's check if it's the right answer. So we're going to go back and plug it into our original equation. So on one side we have natural log of 2 times -1 all minus 1. And on the other side we have natural log of 5 times -1 plus 2. So we have natural log of -3 equals natural log of -3. Looks right, doesn't it? Well, it's not. And here's why. You can never take the log of a negative number. The number that you take a logarithm of has to be strictly greater than 0. It has to be positive. And this is true for log with any base. So this is why we've been checking our answers. It looks like it's right, but actually there is no solution. So this specific problem has as an answer no solution. Well, I hope that cleared things up for you. Thank you for watching this video lesson.